Hello there.
I'm Septa.
I'm SOARE, and today we're going to be checking out Reddit stories. We're going to be doing it a little bit differently because in the previous ones, we would read them together and then kind of react to it. But I decided, it's true, I did decide.
It's true.
I thought that maybe it would be interesting for me to find some interesting stories and then just read them to her and have her reaction and discuss it with her. I have more time to kind of like just mess around on my phone. And like I've been getting really kind of addicted to Reddit. So I read a lot.
I got him addicted to Reddit, guys.
Yeah, it is her fault. So like I was like, well, since I'm on there anyways, maybe I should just find some like interesting stuff and then like read it to her. So that's the way that we're going to do it this time.
Yeah. So it'll be my first time hearing these stories, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll see what I think about these.
Yeah, and I'll have like it'll be some time for me to like kind of stew on it and like really think about it. And then like her just initial reaction. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend's mother she raised a fucking sociopath who needs to be in a facility?
Continue.
So I, female 26, have a boyfriend, male 24, and recently he got into a dispute with the neighbor's kids. They accidentally kicked their football into our yard, and they came into the garden to get it back. To be honest, I didn't care, but my boyfriend starts screaming at these 11-year-olds about how they are poorly raised and their parents should be ashamed. I was mortified. I sent the kids some chocolates and sweets and apologized profusely for his behavior. I was seeing red flags and told him his behavior was not normal. He kind of brushed me off, and I told him if he pulled anything like that again, he was gone. The next week, the ball came into our garden, and I was about to throw it back to the kids when my boyfriend stormed outside and took the ball inside. I told the kids that I would bring it back in a minute. He went into the bathroom and emerged like 10 minutes later wearing gloves and a football covered in shit. His own shit. What the f***? I asked him if he was out of his f***ing mind because he stormed past me and threw it over the fence screaming, "Take that, you bitches!" I screamed and girl, I screamed at him about how he was a douche and I want him out of my house and he is a disgusting monster and that they were just kids. I screamed and eventually he left. I deleted all of his games off his PS4 and gave it to the kids as an apology. I was so embarrassed. My ex-boyfriend's mom messaged me asking what happened. I just responded with, "What happened? What happened? You are a pathetic excuse of a woman who raised a sociopath who covered a football in his own shit and threw it at some kids, and he needs to be in a facility because something is wrong with him, and God knows how I hadn't seen any red flags about the fucking monster you raised during the 7 months we dated. I know I'm in the right for what I did to my boyfriend, but am I in the wrong for snapping at the mother for something she had no direct involvement in?"
Yeah. I mean, she might not have any knowledge of any of that if he hid all of that so well that you had no idea for 7 months of your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, like, maybe she does know something. I don't know. You can't just assume that she knows and just be mad at her.
Well,
maybe she would be completely on your side once you explained what he did and why you were like, "Nah, get out."
I mean, it's like the like nature versus nurture too, right?
Yeah.
Where like she might have done like tried her best to like raise a good child. And then like
he just has this seething rage.
Yeah, he has like this side to him that like she has no idea about. And so if like when this happened, it's like, okay, get out. Because she told him to get out, like leave.
Yeah.
So he did, went to his mom's, and who knows what he said to her.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, we had a fight. She kicked me out. And then like the mom's like, what happened? What's even going on?
Maybe she got like the story from him and she felt like he was lying.
Yeah.
He wasn't telling the whole truth. And she was like, I need to know, which is why she reached out.
Right, exactly.
And then she blew up at her, which I do feel like that she is the a-hole for the way that she spoke to the mom, because you don't know that she is even aware of the whole situation.
Right.
Like, I understand it was very emotional on her side. So like you could obviously backpedal and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blow up at you, but this is what your son did.
Right. It's like that's the thing, right? Is like in the moment after like, you know, just imagine if you thought that I was like a specific way and then our neighbor kicks a ball in and I do that in response. You'd be like, what is going on? And you'd also have like a completely like emotional, like, what? And then if my mother then hit you up, you're like, dude, your son is a psycho.
What did you do to this child?
And I understand like the initial just like
freak out.
Yeah, like I get that, but like also she didn't, according at least to this person,
to what we know,
she didn't say anything negative or anything. It was just like, what happened? And then it was just like a blow up. Let me just like talk shit on you about your kid.
Yeah, and maybe even when he was growing up, like there were some weird things. And so the mom's like, what happened?
Right. Yeah.
Like, are you about to confirm some suspicions that I've had about some of his past behavior?
Yeah, maybe she's like kind of felt that way this entire time, but he's good at hiding it. You know, maybe
which
just
usually they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to lie. I did not think that you were going to go there with that.
Yeah.
That is not how I thought the story ended.
No.
I thought it was going to be like he took it inside, stabbed it, and deflated
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's what I thought. And then comes out of the bathroom wearing gloves. I was like, did he cover it in acid and he's going to throw it at the kids with acid on it for a second? And then you said, shit.
Right.
Human feces on a children's toy.
Because it went to the garden.
To throw back at the children.
Right.
And then also calling them bitches when you throw it back.
Yeah.
Like,
those kids.
They're kids. And it happens all the time. Like, at least they didn't break a window or something. Like, it falling into your yard and garden is harmless.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll snap a plant. But guess what? That's not the end of the world. There's no reason to lose your mind. Just be like, hey, try not to like get it in my garden.
Our neighbors have hit a ball into our yard countless times.
Yeah.
Like I'll just look out the window in the morning and there'll just be a white ball just sitting there.
Yeah, there'll be a ball or like a birdie.
Right. And I'll just go out and like just toss it back over the fence. The thing is, like, we don't have to get revenge because when they hit it over, it just lands in our dog poop.
It's true.
So I don't have to use my own poop for it. It's just use the dog poop.
Not like, what? I don't know. I've never been mad about that.
No.
Ever.
Mm-mm. It happens. Especially
you
like
just,
if you live.
Throw it back.
If you live in like just in a neighborhood, cul-de-sac, whatever, and the houses are close together, it's gonna happen, man. If you got a kid and you're playing with like football or baseball or soccer ball, there's a good chance it's gonna go over the fence.
Yeah, our little one has like a little like T-ball toy, and he has totally hit the ball over into the neighbor's yard. Yeah. And they just threw it back over.
Yeah, like you getting mad about it, first of all, is like a weird thing. And then getting that extremely mad about it and then like covering it in your own poop and then throwing it back and calling them bitches is psychotic behavior. I understand, like, she's right.
Yeah, no, like, he needs help.
Yeah, but then ultimately, like, don't attack the mom over it.
Yes. So, yes. Yeah. So, yes to the a-hole for speaking to the mom that way.
So, there's some stuff, like, you're the asshole for sending the message, because I'm sure she would have maybe understood how angry you were if you came across nicer. But now I can't even imagine being in your position. Has he done anything like this before? And the OP said, no, I always thought he was calm. It was completely out of the blue.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
If somebody can hide that level of psychosis
anger,
and anger.
And then someone else was like, everyone's the asshole. Your ex is a madman. And yeah, I'm all for dumping his ass and kicking him out of your house. But his PS4 was not yours to give away. And to be honest, while it's possible that the mother did a terrible job raising him, you yelled at her and berated her for stuff her grown-ass adult son did. That's super uncalled for.
Yes. I was going to ask about the PS4. There was no detail about it. But since it was left, I'm assuming it's something that she purchased for him. That's
what it says. The OP responded and said, I paid for the PS4.
Okay.
So she did pay for the PS4, and then to me, then sure, like she has the right. Like I paid for it. It was a gift, and now I'm giving it to them. And like that is an argument in itself, right? Is like once you give a gift, is it theirs or can you take it?
Yeah, but also maybe they both used it. It's just what she got, and he mainly used it.
Yeah, and like, look, this level of psychoness, I feel like it's fair. Like, I did buy you that PS4, and you're treating them like garbage. I'm just giving this PS4, man. It's on you.
Yeah, you said he had some crazy ones for me, and I definitely agree. That was
wild, right? So she was deemed the asshole.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, for berating the mom. There was no reason to do that. Like, who knows what the mom knows about him, how he reacts. And, you know, being a parent is hard. You could think that you're doing everything right, and they could still turn out to be an asshole. So she didn't make him react this way, and she was just wondering what was going on. Yeah,
I would say that could have some mending. Mm-hmm. Be like, hey, this is uncalled for. My bad, but this is what happened, and I lost my mind.
Next story. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. My girlfriend has a weird folder on her phone, and I don't know how to talk about it.
I know. I'm like immediately like, porn?
Yeah, of course, right? Like immediately, that's what your brain's going to go to, right? A weird folder. Like, okay, so what kind of porn she got?
That's exactly.
How weird is it?
Yeah, I'm like.
So my girlfriend told me to look for a recipe she saved in her screenshots. I was scrolling, but first got to the folder, in quotes, fugly armpits. And there were more than 200 plus pictures. I asked her what the folder is about, and she said, a few months ago, I realized that some skinny people have extremely weird and wrinkly ass armpits. So I wanted to check out how often I see wrinkly armpits. I looked through the folder, and there sure were a lot of pictures of just armpits, which were wrinkly. I'm just confused. I don't know if it's a quirk of hers or if I should address it somehow.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you already addressed it.
Yeah, it does sound like you already had like the conversation about it. It sounds like he feels like there's more to it. Where he's like, well, I mean, she's saying that she's just like, you know, she just sees weird armpits, but like, are you, you know, maybe he thinks it's like a fetish thing. Yeah, because there is a fetish community for that. Yeah, exactly. But specifically, fugly ass armpits. Wrinkly, yeah. I mean, I guess that could be a kink. So maybe I feel like he should have the conversation. If it is bothering him that much, then yes, like broach the topic. Be like, hey, I know you said that like you just noticed that and you wanted to see how many times like you could find them and stuff like that. But I still feel like it's weird, and I know that it is a known kink. Right. Do you maybe have a thing for armpits? Sure. And it's like okay, look, like it seems like you might be into armpits. And if you are, like, do you want me to do armpit stuff? Is there something you want me to do? Would you like to shave mine or lotion them? Is there something, or do you like you're very critical of armpits. Like I want mine to be nice for you. If like armpits is the thing that you look at, then yes, I would be concerned. Like, if you had a thing about armpits, I'd be like, do mine look nice? Right. If you found that folder on my phone and you're like, dude, you're so obsessed with like armpits. What's going on, man? Like, do I need to do something to quench some thirst? I'd be like, all right, it's happening. Yeah. Don't know what you need. Tell me. Armpit time, baby. I'll do it. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Somebody said, if that's the worst thing about her, she's the keeper. Someone's like, that's about the mildest weird thing you could find in a folder on your partner's phone. I don't think you have much to worry about unless she starts obsessing over your armpits or something. And someone's like, and then OP said, sometimes when I lift my arms, my girlfriend is just like, your armpits are so pretty. So I don't know. I take it as a compliment. Haha. It could be very early. It sounds like an early onset fetish. Yes. Where like... help her explore that. Yes. That's what I'm saying is like, okay, she's finding like an attraction here, but maybe she doesn't fully see how strong it is or what it could become.
And most people wouldn't really think that that would be like a fetish to lean into, but it is, and it exists.
Sure. And like, I mean, it's so harmless.
Yeah.
It's so harmless. Like, okay, she has an armpit fetish. I mean, you could say that's a little bit weird, but like,
it's not her. She likes his already.
Right. And so someone's like, she probably has a fetish for them, just like me. For me, it's a thing. I just look there and my brain needs to evaluate them. My brain does a little thing there of imagination of joy and how it may look. And then he said, one time she Googled, why are some skinny people's armpits so ugly? So I don't know about the fetish thing.
Well, maybe it's just the fact that she even noticed that those ones were ugly to her.
The fact that you're noticing
is saying something.
Is interesting to me because I can't say I really focus on anyone's armpits.
I've never really checked out anybody's armpit, I gotta say.
So there's like a little bit of an update.
Unless it was like insanely like smooth and there were like no wrinkles, no nothing or something.
Armpit.
Yes, and then I'm like, how come mine doesn't look like
and
that?
Maybe this guy has like maybe if everyone saw them, he needs to post a picture of his armpits.
I know.
Maybe if people saw them, they'd be like, holy Jesus Christ.
You have pristine armpits.
I understand her obsession now because I didn't know that existed. Maybe he would unlock something in everybody. He was like, Jesus Christ.
Maybe.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a date. He said, no, my girlfriend doesn't have an armpit fetish. She told me she's saving them because it's like looking at a train wreck. I asked her if she wants to do armpit stuff in bed, and she immediately said, oh, hell no. Don't ever touch me there. I guess she just likes to look at ugly armpits because they're weird. She also said it's like watching 600-pound Life, but in an armpit version. So now we know.
I see. I still think maybe there might be something
100%.
there.
There's something that she's not accepting.
She just doesn't know yet.
Right.
And like maybe it's because she doesn't want her armpits involved in it, but maybe she wants yours involved.
Right, exactly, yeah. Ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Like this one I was specifically curious about because of our kind of how we live. Okay. So,
okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her home decor is the reason I won't host a work gathering at her place?
Okay.
I've, male 32, been with my girlfriend, female 29, for over a year now. She's smart, funny, and a bit quirky, and has a serious job with a good salary. We have a great time together and generally get along very well. The only thing is her choice in home decor is bizarre, and not something you think a normal grown adult would be into. Her apartment is definitely a reflection of herself and interests, not in the best way though. My girlfriend has a wall dedicated to animation in one room of her apartment, like Futurama pieces and etchings of some weird triangle guy. Then there's the wall of framed preserved insects in another room, but not insects like butterflies or moths. Instead, she displays tarantulas, beetles, and large stick insects. Her bathroom has a subtle theme of the ocean, pretty common, but instead of starfish or shells, she has a little anglerfish nightlight and a small vampiric squid painting, and then a framed diagram of what apparently is a goblin shark right by the toilet. I would say a majority of her home decor and furnishings are okay. The apartment itself is very modern and sleek. It's just the random decor and juvenile-ish themes like cartoons, insects, and bizarre ocean creatures is off-putting. This is where I might be the asshole. I avoid bringing people over to her place, especially people from my job, because of how juvenile it looks. Everyone's impressed when they see the high rise, but that quickly fades once you enter. The one time I brought a work colleague over, they ended up telling me after that they found her insect wall terrifying. I work in finance and appearances and first impressions are important. My office will hold casual gatherings where we get together for a few drinks, good food, and we rotate hosts. And this time, it's my turn. The problem is my place is under some construction and not an ideal place to be right now, so I've been staying with my girlfriend. My girlfriend suggests that we host my colleagues here since she has the space and thinks it'll be fun. I told her I planned on skipping my rotation and seeing if the next person would be okay with hosting early. She kept pressing on why I didn't want them over here, so I finally said it's because her home decor is strange and not something a grown woman would have, and also that her insect wall horrified the one colleague that did come over. My girlfriend got mad and said at the end of the day, it's not my space and these things bring her joy. She also said that she is indeed an adult woman woman, which is exactly why her apartment is decorated in such a manner. I love my girlfriend. I do. And it's okay to have a different interest. But does an adult really need to decorate with them besides a few things here and there? I mean, my own mother asked if my girlfriend was autistic after she saw the entire apartment for the first time. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her home decor is the reason I won't host a work gathering at her place?
Yes, he's the asshole. His coworker, also an asshole. His mother, also an asshole.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'd say the coworker is an asshole, okay? If,
I can understand being, grossed out by bugs.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything to her. He didn't tell her that, he was grossed out by her decor. He was just once they left, he was like, dude, that was kind of creepy to me.
Entomology is a real interest.
It is.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with using it as decor, especially if it's one of her interests in her home. And the fact that he kept harping on how Futurama is childish because it's animation.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
From what, I actually haven't watched a lot of Futurama, but what I've seen is it tackles really adult themes.
Yes.
And is actually pretty.
But with playful overtones and then serious undertones.
Yeah.
It's an adult cartoon.
Right, exactly.
Which I know that there's a lot of people that don't understand how any animation can be adult. But we are in the age of all of us who grew up with anime and adult cartoons.
Yeah.
So I feel that's just, it's really stupid to say that animation is childish.
Yeah.
It's an art form.
It is.
And there's a lot of animated content that is geared for only adults. So you can't say that animation is childish. That's small brain thinking.
It is.
And it's gross. Sounds like she's too good for you.
Yeah. And when it comes to, decorating your walls with your interests and stuff like that, once you become an adult, isn't that when you do it?
Yeah. It's the only time you can.
When you're younger, you can't. You could ask your parents to buy you stuff for the things you're interested in, but you're not going to really get it. Once you become older, you could decorate your house how you want with the interests that you want, and you usually have the money to do it now. Yeah. Now you can indulge in that. I
think it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Especially her awesome marine bathroom too.
Mm-hmm.
With an anglerfish nightlight and stuff. That sounds so cool.
It does sound really cool. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
And I mean, we have art all over our walls, and a lot of it is from Miyazaki animation. And then we want to hang up more stuff, but over on this other wall that you guys never ever see, we have Final Fantasy VII stuff. We have some Naruto stuff that we want to hang up. We have My Hero. Oh, I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
We have a signed My Hero picture that we got from Comic-Con. We kind of keep it in the basement. Our main floor is more of a family oriented. Yeah,
so it's got lots of wedding pictures and just family pictures.
Right. But to be honest, if we didn't have our son, it would probably overflow into the main area.
It would just overflow everywhere. Probably.
Because our main floor and everything is his playground.
Yeah.
It's mainly his area. And then he also has his bedroom and stuff. So we let him do whatever he wants there. And then we kind of have down here, which is all of our nerdy stuff.
And there's animation in his room too.
Right.
It's dinosaurs.
I just found that to be very interesting.
And I'll take a step back and not be as emotional and personally insulted by him. Just rationally speaking, she can decorate how she wants.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rude of you to imply that the way that she wants to decorate her space and her home is childish.
Right. So and that's why I was getting out of it, right? It's not his space.
Yes.
So if he was look, I just don't want to invade your space with my coworkers. I just don't want to hold it here because that just seems weird. This is your home and I appreciate you offering it to me, but no, thank you. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. But then to go on and then be no, it's just, you're so childish. And your decor's so childish. What is wrong with you?
I'm afraid
then it becomes that insult.
Your decor will reflect badly upon the way other people view me.
Right.
And that is what's important to me.
Yeah.
It just sounds honestly like their relationship probably won't work out because he's really concerned about how that is childish and will make other people think less of him.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously, if you guys
are gonna get
move in together, get married, whatever, if things go farther, she will have a say in decorating the home.
Right.
And that will be your shared space. And if the way she decorates embarrasses you, then
you're gonna have some issues here.
You're not vibing anyway.
Right. So someone said, in my opinion, what age children usually have preserved tarantulas and vampire squids as home decor?
I know. That's awesome. And I bet it was really expensive.
Yeah, I imagine that's super cool, actually. If I went to a house with like a bunch of preserved things, like tarantulas and like squids and stuff like that, that'd actually be really cool. It may be a little bit creepy, but cool, you know?
And I mean, growing up, my brother had a preserved shark that we always had on like our bookshelf. It was like a little baby shark.
Gotcha. I've seen those before. I never had one, but I've seen them before. Someone's just like, you're the asshole. Your girlfriend sounds cool.
Yes. Thank you. I feel the same way.
And I also want to address this. Even if she was autistic, there's nothing wrong with being autistic.
Yeah.
That was just, and that was so uncalled for.
That's why I was like, your mom is the asshole. First of all,
absolutely.
For like thinking negatively of the decor, but also for thinking negatively of somebody who may or may not even be autistic, and for viewing that as a negative thing. That
as an insult. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Like, that's just, I didn't really like that. And I did want to mention that, like, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's like, yeah, you don't really love her. If you did, you would rejoice in these fantastic examples of her quirkiness. She sounds great. You're the asshole because you're pretending to love this woman, but you secretly look down on her and feel superior.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I was thinking about it, too. If
he sounds hoity-toity.
Yeah, I was like, he sounds boring. You know, like he's saying that, like, she's too quirky and childish because she has this cool stuff on her walls. Like, what would you have on your walls? And you sound boring, dude.
Yeah. I know. I was like, I bet his is just plain.
Yeah. There's gotta be like nothing there.
Yeah.
Dude just sounds boring.
He would fit the stereotype with a job in like finance.
Oh yeah. Like he was like, I work in finance. I'm like, of course you'd have a problem with this then.
Yes.
Of course.
And also that it shows how he views the way that he thinks adults should be.
Exactly.
Because for him, being an adult and stuff is having a serious office kind of job, working in finance, which makes me important.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I just think that cartoons are childish.
He's like the same person who's like, you play video games? What are you, 10?
Exactly.
12? But yeah, he was declared the asshole for sure.
Yes.
Because he was being an asshole.
Yeah. Okay. Now I gotta figure out which one I think was the biggest.
Yeah.
Well, we only had like 2 Am I the A-holes this time. The other one was just kind of like an informational one.
Sure. So was it
for asshole?
I feel like I think I know who I would choose. Who did you choose?
The biggest asshole today, I think, is the psychopath that covered a children's toy in his own human fecal matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what the f***?
He, like, it was so premeditated. He had gloves and everything.
And he wasn't even outside. He was inside. He came outside to get it when he heard it. He was waiting.
Even though, you know what? I feel like this guy might be super talented. Okay, because I can't poop on command. So this dude...
No. He was just so spiteful that he reached up there.
He literally just like, okay. It's time.
That's why he needed the gloves.
Oh my God.
For the reaching and grabbing and then the spreading.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
Okay, but yeah, no, he is the biggest asshole. And also, get help.
Right. 100% needs help, yeah.
And then for story number 2, I think there's some things to explore there with your girlfriend. I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. So
she just has to know it's a safe space and that it's not stigmatized, okay? Make it fun. Don't be like, is this something that you want? Just be like, ooh. Ooh, oh.
Experiment with them, you know? Try to pose with them.
Yeah.
Whenever, like, okay. No, I can't, no. In bed.
No. If you want tips, message us.
Okay, no, but what I'm thinking, right, is like over her, right? If you're over her, armpits out fully.
Let her
and
see
and then watch her eyes. See what she's looking at. Because if she's like just digging into them and then it makes everything a little bit more spicy, she likes it. She likes those armpits.
And that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I love your smell.
Thank you.
So I don't have like a thing for armpits or anything, but I will get in there to smell you.
Sure.
Smell you all day.
Okay.
Smells so good.
Thank you. and then yeah, look, if you want, you could decorate your walls with whatever you want. Okay. And the thing is, with the last story, I'm like, I think about if we didn't live together and then I saw your home decor and then it was, even if it was something I didn't really love myself, I wouldn't judge it because I love you. And I'm like, he was literally saying that's a part of her. She decorates as a part of her. This is her personality.
These are her interests.
And then he's like, and I hate it.
Yeah.
And I hate it. And I'm like, then you shouldn't be with her, bro.
Yeah.
Move on.
Find someone else in finance.
Yep, exactly.
Find someone who will impress your coworkers the way that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Some trophy. I just wanted to say, I appreciate the fact that you enjoyed my home decor when you came into my home.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of it on the walls now.
That's true. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of home decor when you came in.
No, but you did.
It was like I had it in a different way, I guess.
Yeah, no, you still had some, and then like you had like you painted the walls and everything and made your home very homey.
Yeah, I was more of like a paint the walls like the tones I want, and then I had like shelves with like cool stuff on it and stuff like that. It wasn't like some pictures.
Cool stuff on the walls.
But anyways, you guys let us know who you think the biggest asshole is and how you feel about the armpit fetish.
Yes. Also, what's the quirkiest, coolest thing that you have as decor in your home?
Oh yeah, I'm so curious. What's the weirdest thing we got? So yeah, we got these guys. They're apocalypse kitties.
Yeah. Each one is like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
The thing that I think about every time that I think of like weird home decor that we have is we have a picture in our bathroom of seahorses wrapped around telephone lines. I don't know why. It's just the weirdest picture I've ever seen in my life. And she's had it since before we got together. Like, I went to her home and she had it in there. Because
I bought it going, this is going in my bathroom.
It's a great bathroom picture, but like, I can't stop thinking about it. It's literally been years, 4 or 5 years. And every time I think about like some weird thing, I think of that picture. It's just so interesting to me. And I want to know what like the artist was trying to say. Maybe nothing. That's the thing. It's like, are you just fucking with me?
No, that was okay. So there is a story about it because I like to go to like Comic-Con and stuff. Haven't really had the finances to be able to go together. And there's also a little one in the picture, which makes things a little harder. Always went to Comic-Con, and that year I saw that booth, and the artist did lots of different renderings of like sea animals and stuff in cityscapes.
Oh, okay.
And
it was a whole
it was like a whole series
that
they did. Exactly. And then I love seahorses. I just think they're so cute.
They are very cute.
Adorable.
Yeah.
I love them. I always absolutely love seahorses. And when I saw that one, I had to have it. I was like, that's the cutest thing in the whole world. Yeah. I wish they did float around on telephone lines and stuff.
Seriously, that'd be cool.
It'd be so cute. I'd be cool with that. Yes. And so I needed it. And I immediately was like, this is going in my bathroom.
Yeah. I respect it. It was a good decision. It looks great there.
I know. I need to find the artist and get a few more pieces for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because right now that's the only one in there.
If you guys like this, make sure you like and comment. If you like, even share it with somebody. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
That would help us out a lot. And I really like doing these. So I really like doing it this way too.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to do some more soon.
Yes.
Definitely tell us if you liked it too.
Tell us down below.
Until next time,
Always remember that we love you.
stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Aren't you cute?